My son broke a kid's nose at school, wouldn't tell me why, wouldn't defend himself. Everyone called him a monster. I was the only one who didn't believe it. Rex is the quietest kid I know, always has been. Reads books at lunch, helps his mom with groceries without being asked. Never been in trouble his entire life. So when the school called and said he put another kid in the hospital, I thought they had the wrong number. They didn't. I walked into that office and saw my son sitting there like a stranger. Bloody hands, empty eyes. The principal showed me a video. Rex throwing punches at some kid named Ian, over and over. Other students screaming in the background. It was brutal. It didn't make sense. I asked Rex what happened. He looked at me for the first time, then looked away. Said nothing. The principal said Ian was a good kid, honor roll, athlete, no history of problems. She said Rex attacked him for no reason. 3-week suspension, possible expulsion. Ian's family was talking about pressing charges. I took Rex home. He went straight to his room, closed the door. I stood outside for 20 minutes. He didn't come out. That night I could hear him crying through the wall. My son was falling apart and he wouldn't let me help. I couldn't accept that. Rex doesn't do things without reason. Something happened that nobody was telling me. I was going to find out what. I spent the next week talking to everyone who would listen. Most wouldn't. Rex's teachers said he was a good kid who made a terrible choice. Ian's teachers said Ian was an angel. The principal said the investigation was closed. I was wasting my time, but I kept going. Found parents at pickup. They looked at me like I was defending a criminal. One dad said his son was scared to go to school now because of Rex. I found students, asked what they saw. Most gave me nothing. Then I found a girl named Sophie. Said Ian wasn't who everyone thought he was. Said there was a kid named Bibby he liked to mess with. Before she could say more, her friend dragged her away. That night I looked up Bibby. Found his mom on social media. Messaged her. She called me 20 minutes later, crying. Said Bibby was special needs. Sweet kid. Couldn't hurt anyone if he tried. She said he'd been coming home with bruises for months. Torn shirts. Missing lunch money. She reported it to the school 3 times. They said there was no proof. She asked Bibby who was doing it. He wouldn't say. Too scared. I asked if she knew Ian. She went quiet. Then she said Ian's dad was a lawyer. Big donor to the school. Untouchable. I thanked her. Hung up. Called Sophie's number. She answered on the second ring. I told her I needed the truth. She said she had something better than the truth. She had a video. The real one. The one Ian's friend deleted after he posted it. She still had it saved. I watched the video 11 times before I could stop shaking. It was taken in a bathroom. Bibby was curled up in the corner. Ian stood over him with 2 friends. They were laughing, filming, taking turns shoving him, calling him words that made my stomach turn. Then Rex walked in. He didn't yell, didn't threaten, just said, "Stop, quiet, calm." Ian got in his face. Or what? Rex didn't back down. "Or I'll make you." Ian laughed, turned around, grabbed Bibby by the collar, shoved his face toward the toilet bowl. Rex grabbed Ian's shoulder. Ian swung first, missed. Rex didn't miss. The video ended there, but it was enough. I called the principal, said I needed a meeting tomorrow, non-negotiable. She tried to refuse. I told her I'd go to the school board instead. She agreed. The next afternoon, I walked into that office. Ian's parents were there. Ian sat between them. His dad looked ready for war. Suit and tie, legal pad. The principal sat behind her desk. I didn't waste time. Put my phone on her desk, pressed play. For 47 seconds, nobody breathed. When it ended, Ian's mom was crying. His dad was staring at the floor. Ian wouldn't look at anyone. The principal looked at me. "Where did you get this? Does it matter?" She didn't answer. Ian's dad stood up. "This doesn't prove anything. My son was only what?" I cut him off. "Only torturing a disabled kid? Only filming it for fun?" He had nothing. The principal cleared her throat. "Ian is suspended immediately. We'll be launching a full investigation." Ian's dad grabbed his son and left without another word. I drove home, found Rex sitting on the front steps, waiting for me. I sat down next to him. He didn't look up. "Bibby begged me not to tell anyone," he said. "He was so embarrassed. He made me promise." I put my hand on his shoulder. "You protected him even when it cost you everything." Rex finally looked at me, eyes red, exhausted. "Did I do the right thing, Dad?" I pulled him into a hug. First one he'd let me give him in a week. "Yeah, buddy, you did." Ian got expelled. His friends got suspended. Rex's name was cleared. But the part I'll never forget happened on a drive home a few weeks later. Rex looked at me and said, "Dad, do you think I would have done that if you hadn't taught me to?" I pulled over. Couldn't see the road through my tears. "You did that because of who you are. I just helped you find it. That's the thing about being a dad. You spend years wondering if anything you say matters. Then one day, you find out it did."